Good afternoon and welcome to State NewsFile. I'm Jaden Wozni. Sean Marks will have sports coming up, but first, let's check in with Charlie Caldwell with the weather. Charlie, how are things looking outside?
Yes, Jaden, it is pretty chilly out here today. I am a little bit cold right now and I really didn't dress appropriately for the weather, but hopefully when the temperature reaches its high of 3 degrees later on today, it'll be a lot more comfortable and a lot better for me to be outside. The record high for today is 20.6 degrees, and that was in 2005. And that was a great temperatures for patio season. I'm hoping we can see temperatures like that again real soon. The record low for today is minus 36 degrees, and that was set in 1951. Now, that was the year that the Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Montreal Canadiens for the Stanley Cup Championship. We won't be seeing temperatures that low anytime soon, just like Toronto fans won't be seeing the Cup anytime soon. Jaden?
Oh, well done, Charlie. Thank you very much. Now, Sean, taking a look over at sports, I hear the St. Trojans men's basketball team had themselves quite the week.
Absolutely. It was a huge win for them this past weekend. They won ACAC championships, which means they're going to nationals, which is just great. Can't wait to see what will come with that and what that means for the school, but we'll get more into that later in sports.
Thank you very much, Sean. Alberta Premier Jason Kenney will head out to Ottawa to discuss Alberta's economic stability during a world oil price plunge. The oil price drop is caused by the growing tensions between Russia and Saudi Arabia and the weakening economy due to the coronavirus outbreak. Kenney says the Canadian government must provide concrete options to support Alberta's energy sector. Kenney also adds his government will provide support to Alberta workers who are self-isolated due to the virus.
We believe that people need immediate access to employment insurance benefits if they are required to stay at home away from work because of the virus, if they are self-isolating. We don't want anybody to feel that they have to go to work to make a paycheck.
Kenney, along with other Canadian First Prime Ministers, expect to be briefed on the latest information about the coronavirus's spread in Canada during a meeting on Friday. The coronavirus has infected more than 100 countries, qualifying the disease as a global pandemic. Justin Trudeau spoke on Parliament Hill today to give an update on how his government plans to help the economy and businesses during the COVID-19 outbreak. Trudeau announced that the Liberal government will contribute $1 billion to its plan to fight the implications of the COVID-19 outbreak in Canada. Trudeau released the coronavirus response package and said his government is working to keep Canadians safe. The Prime Minister also said that the government is ready to take action as the situation evolves should businesses feel a financial pinch.
I know that people are worried about what they're seeing on the nightly news and what it means for their community. We get it, and we're on it. We're working with our international partners to contain the virus. We're applying the lessons we learned during the SARS outbreak.
The Liberals say their plan to tackle the virus will involve cross-government and cross-institution collaboration, evidence-based on action, and flexibility as the issue unfolds. The sudden outbreak of COVID-19 in Alberta has prompted a response from the City of Calgary's Emergency Management Agency. James Dunn joins us live from the City Hall where the meeting just wrapped up. James, what does the city's response look like?
Yeah, that's right, Jaden. Chief Tom Sampson of Calgary's Emergency Management Agency spoke to council today. He also spoke with various council members of just what his agency is doing to stop the spread of COVID-19, which now has 11 confirmed cases.
You know, we can give you a clean bus in the morning and we can give you a clean city hall to come into, but invariably people will use these public spaces, and so it's up to us to work hard to protect our own health.
Chief Sampson also says that the cancellation of events like the Mayor's Expo will be looked at on a case-by-case basis. There's already some talk of canceling the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo scheduled for next month. SEMA will be speaking to the group behind the Calgary Stampede later this week as well. Just recently, the city canceled the Safety Expo as a method to prevent the spread of illness.
We were going to have kids, it's chaos. They run around, their hands are all over the place. And you know, we thought, hey, that's not a great one. And the kids are great, as you know. Anybody will know that kids bring that stuff home.
Mayor Naheed Nenshi is wanting to spread a message of 3 themes: clean hands,
wash your hands, sanitize them, and if I can use the mayoral edict to do that, no more handshakes.
clear heads.
It is important for us to understand that this is serious. This is going to get worse. There will be many, many more cases in Calgary and in Alberta. And our goal here is to use good public health measures like clean hands, like staying home when you're sick, to flatten the curve.
And open hearts.
It is critical that we take a community-based response, that we look after one another, that we use the best information and the best science that we have in order to ensure that everyone stays healthy.
Now, not much is known about other city events or other city popular events like the Calgary Stampede will be cancelled. Jaden?
James Dunn reporting live from City Hall. Thank you, James. SAIT students aren't typically used to preparing for a virus outbreak, but that could soon be a reality. Preparations are well underway in the case the institution needs to go into lockdown. Nathan Anderson reports on what SAIT is doing to try to keep students and staff safe.
It's pretty freaky. I mean, with how quickly it's spread and how rapidly it's going around, it's pretty threatening, I guess. I don't know.
There have been no confirmed cases of COVID-19 here on SAIT campus, but that doesn't mean people are not taking precautions. SAIT has hired more cleaning staff and has added more hand sanitizers and is encouraging staff and students to take other measures to make sure they are staying clean.
We are putting up signage around campus informing everyone to wash their hands. We will have our hand sanitizer stations throughout campus. We have all those on orders.
The expanded cleaning staff is concentrating its efforts on areas where the virus could be transmitted.
Additional custodian staff that we've hired on, and their job is specifically to clean high traffic areas. Handrails, elevator buttons, call buttons, all that kind of area.
The walk-in clinic here on campus is also busy, not only seeing patients, but it is completely out of masks for people to wear if they are concerned they or someone else will spread any kind of virus.
Yeah, I don't think I feel comfortable coming in because I get it's not common in people our age, but the fact that it could spread is just not ideal. Yeah.
SAIT has their own pandemic planning committee, which has a binder full of steps to take if a pandemic happens here on campus. Coronavirus has not yet been confirmed here at SAIT, but the school is prepared. For SAIT NewsFile, I'm Nathan Anderson.
It's election time again at SAIT with the Executive Council vote starting today. The 2-day poll is to determine the future SAITSA Council. Zach Stewart has the story.
The 2020 student elections are underway at SAIT as the polls are open for day 1 of voting for the student body.
So student-run elections are the reason that we have a voice and the reason that the government and SAIT listens to us. Those people that you end up electing speak for all students and they get the connections to bring those issues that we have that are important forward.
Morstad is running for the position again, facing off against only one other candidate, Tristan Ryan. SAITSA spokesperson Rachel Paris agreed less than half of the students we talked to reflected that, saying they were not going to bother to vote.
I am not.
Yeah, I voted this morning.
No, not currently, no.
The 4 positions you can vote on are President, Vice President, VP Academic, and VP External.
The voting process runs until March 12th at 3:30, and you can vote at various polls around campus or online using your student email. For SAIT NewsFile, I'm Zach Stewart.
Students in their final semester of their programs at SAIT are close to being done before heading out into the real world. Graduating students in SAIT's School of Hospitality and Tourism have been working hard towards today, putting on the biggest hospitality and tourism conference in Canada. Erica Rowling has more on Hospo 2020, the event of the year for many students, allowing students to network with more than 60 hospitality industry companies.
It's Hospo time at SAIT. The event put on by students for students had around 800 students seeking the opportunity to meet their potential future boss.
I think if you're willing to go out, talk to people, of course, there's a lot of opportunities, but if you're not willing to take that opportunity, you're not going to get it.
more than 60 local hospitality industry companies set out to make connections with students in the hospitality and tourism programs for internships and even full-time employment. Second-year hospitality students worked all semester to put on this huge all-day event with the Career Expo, keynote speakers, conferences, and much more.
We put this event on to really introduce students who are graduating or needing internships over the summer, what's out there for them, what their potential is, kind of different directions they can go if they're not particularly happy with the courses they're in now, but if they can see these different opportunities and other career paths and everything, kind of gives them that more motivation and inspiration to see what else is out there for them.
Students are hopeful to get a job in industry after looking with companies today, and all these companies here are looking for students in particular. As you can see behind me, huge turnout. Job opportunity is at an all-time high. Many first-year students are in search of summer internships for their programs, and with the Career Expo, it brings in massive potential to get one.
It's really hard to go out and look for things, but when they come to you, it gets a lot easier.
Doesn't matter whether you're first year or second year, they're looking for everyone here. So the job opportunity here is quite high.
With so many companies at the HOSPO 2020 Career Expo, it gives students looking to take their careers to new heights in southern Alberta a head start. For State NewsFile, I'm Erica Rolling.
Calgary police have charged 6 teenagers after the group went on a crime spree on Monday night. The crimes happened at numerous convenience stores where robberies took place and one person was bear sprayed. The robberies started around 6 p.m. and took place in the communities of Temple, Pine Ridge, Whitehorn, Martindale, and Panorama Hills. The teens managed to get their hands on cash, vape products, cigarettes, and other items while brandishing a weapon towards store clerks. CPS arrested 2 girls and 4 boys aged 14 to 16 for robbery with a firearm and occupying a stolen vehicle. More charges are expected to be laid. Calgary-based energy company Cenovus has made a major financial announcement today. Cenovus says it will be cutting 32% this year because of the decline in global oil prices. The company now plans between $900 million and $1 billion in total capital spending. Cenovus stock is somewhat recovering after falling more than 50% on Monday. On Tuesday, the stock was up 43 cents to cap off at $4.25 a share. Those are today's top stories. We'll have a full forecast for you after the break, but first, Charlie Caldwell has a look at what's going on around Calgary this week.
Join car enthusiasts at the Calgary International Auto and Truck Show. The BMO Center will be filled with classic vehicles as well as the latest and greatest from the automotive industry. Tickets are purchasable online or at the door. Unleash your inner scientist at the Spark After Dark event. View the center's Animals Inside Out exhibit in an adult-only environment. Purchase your tickets online at purchase.sparkscience.ca. Walk through Inglewood during the Friday the 13th pub walk. Visit 2 haunted pubs and hear spooky stories about one of Calgary's oldest neighborhoods. Visit ticket4.com to buy your ticket. Spring is right around the corner, so it's time to decorate your house with appropriate decorations. Visit the Bowness Community Association to purchase locally made goods for spring. Admission is free for this event. Country star Gord Bamford and others are making a stop in Calgary for the Redneck Music Fest. Visit Eventbrite to purchase tickets and view the festival lineup.
You don't want this to be your last memory. Think before you drink. A message from Mad Canada.
Come and learn the fast-paced world of television production. Find your passion to write, shoot, edit, and direct news, sports, and dramatic productions. With industry-standard technology and the best instructors in the business, SAIT's television production program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in broadcasting. This is television production. Come and dare to be on air.
It's March right now, so spring is right around the corner, but unfortunately for Canada, we're not seeing some spring-like conditions, actually quite the opposite. Let's take a look at the western side of the country. Vancouver is 6 degrees right now and sunny, while the prairie provinces are partly cloudy and in the negative temperatures, but that is expected to change when a cold front from the Northwest Territories makes its way through the prairie provinces and affects the temperatures of the area. I'll talk about that a little bit more when we look at the Alberta map. Now let's take a look at the eastern side of the country. Toronto is the only place in Canada that will not be receiving any snow this weekend. But unfortunately for Torontonians, a jet stream will be making its way through the area. So that will increase the speeds of winds up to 60 kilometers an hour. So if you are in the area, you're gonna wanna hold on to your hats because you're not gonna have them for long. St. John's is partly cloudy right now and 2 degrees and will be snowing on later tonight. But if you are not a fan of snow, check out these resorts. It's a beautiful day in Palm Springs, a warm 24. Barbados is hot and sunny today, perfect for a great tan. Cancun is warming up in time for spring break with 27 today. It's a perfect day for the beach in Honolulu. Orlando is a warm 24 degrees while it's raining in the desert. Currently in Calgary, it's -3 degrees, but expect it to jump up to 3 degrees later on in the day. The condition right now is a chance of flurries, and that's 60% throughout the day. The wind is traveling from the north at 13 kilometers an hour, and coming up next, Calgarians can expect some mainly sunny conditions before heading into a wintry weekend. Now let's take a look at the province. Southern Alberta is seeing some warmer temperatures compared to our friends up north, but that is not expected to change during this weekend. Medicine Hat is the hot spot of the province, sitting at -1 degree. Heading into this weekend, the Southern Alberta can expect to see 3 to 7 centimeters of snow, while our friends up north are not going to see just quite as much, and that is due to a low pressure system in combination with a cold front, creating some very wintry temperatures. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Tonight, we can expect to see some mainly cloudy conditions with a low of -5 degrees. Tomorrow, the high will be 1 degree and a low of -13, and that'll actually be the warmest day of the week, so it is best to go out and enjoy it while you can before the weekend. If you are a big fan of snow, however, you might want to check out the ski report. If you're looking to stay close to Calgary, Nakiska has all 71 runs open. The base is 162 centimeters, allowing for 4 out of 6 ski lifts to be open. Mount Norquay is -4 degrees with clouds in the sky. If you're not getting enough runs in during the day, Norquay offers night skiing to shred some pow during after hours. The resort may be called Sunshine, but there's going to be no sun today. Currently, Sunshine has a base of 205 centimeters with an additional 11 centimeters from last night. Enjoy an early St. Patty's brew and 127 open runs. You're going to need your sunglasses for Lake Louise today. The resort has packed powder runs with a base of 177 centimeters. It's an excellent day to shred the gnar at Fernie with a base of 316 centimeters. There's no new snow from last night, but with another expected snowfall throughout the day, there will be fresh snow all week.
So Sean, I understand there's a team in the Western Conference and more specifically the Pacific Division giving the Calgary Flames some troubles.
It's true. The Vancouver Canucks are only 1 point behind the Flames now after that victory last night. A huge game by goalie Thatcher Demko, but again, we'll get more to that in just a little bit. Another Trojans team has achieved the ultimate glory in the ACAC Championships. Cole Fortner has more on how the men's basketball team is gearing up for another Nationals tournament.
First-year Trojan Calvin Chambers is no stranger to winning big games. He was a star in the U.S. playing basketball before joining SAIT. Chambers is looking to add his name to another championship.
So our whole mindset is to go there and win 3 games straight. My coach, after we won the championship this past weekend, he asked me how many games have I lost in Toronto. I never lost in Toronto, so I plan on keeping it that way.
With the Trojans taking home their 4th consecutive ACAC championship and the 16th in school's history, they will look to now take home gold at the CCAA championships starting March 19th.
We have 4 guys that kind of drive us. Charlie Connor, Calvin Chambers, Jamie Muya, and Talib Ross are kind of our core, and then we got some good guys stepping in when they need to. Camille Kemba's defense has been great. Guys coming off the bench, Ben Kemba, Tyus they do a good job.
Those players helped lead the Trojans past Ambrose University in the ACAC finals. For Chambers, moving from the United States to Canada to play basketball was exciting, but also held a different surprise.
When I first got here, I was surprised. I had wow, I never seen so much snow in my life. And I thought it was just a dream, but it was really reality. So I was very composed with it. I had to adapt.
Chambers and the rest of the Trojans will start their nationals tournament against the RESQ's Vanier Cheetahs at Humber College in Toronto. For State NewsFile, I'm Cole Fortner.
With a 6-2 win over the Augustana Vikings, the St. Trojans men's hockey team is heading to the semifinals for the second year in a row. McKenna Jameson joins us live from the St. Campus Center. McKenna, tell us who the Trojans will be facing in the semifinals.
The State Trojans will be back in the semifinals this year and will be facing a familiar opponent, the Nate Ooks. Last season, the Trojans also faced the Ooks in the semis but lost 2-1 in the series. But this time, they're determined to get that win. The back-and-forth series against the Augustana Vikings, the State Trojans will be moving on in the ACAC playoffs. The Nate Ooks received a first-round bye after coming first in the ACAC standings, so State is their first opponent. Trojans head coach Tyler Drader says they need to play smart when versing a team like Nate.
It's just about playing the game the right way, right? And I think not turning pucks over and limiting their chances and just the little things that will have success for us.
Drader became State's head coach in the spring of 2019, and he's very aware of the history between the two schools. State and Nate have had a huge rivalry with each other for decades, making this the college version of the Battle of Alberta. With last year's loss still on the minds of some players, they need to know that they have to play with confidence and determination.
Well, I think we just got to really take care of our business, manage the puck really well, and play together as a team. I think Nate's a really good hockey team, and we're just going to have to find a way to find success there.
State has won 12 championships ever since the ACAC was created in 1964, with their most recent win coming in the 2013-2014 season in which they beat Nate. They'll be sure to count on their top scorers for some offense in the series, but ultimately work as a team to push through to the finals. The first game of the series will be at 7 p.m. this Friday at Nate. Sean?
McKenna Jameson reporting live from the State Campus Center. I'm looking forward to watching that little matchup there. Never a dull moment between State and Nate. In the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks hosted the New York Islanders in a heated battle that culminated in a shootout win for Vancouver. Let's check out the highlights. The Islanders got it started early in the first with a slap shot from Josh Bailey that was tipped in by Andrew Ladd, marking Ladd's first goal. 30 seconds later, Vancouver comes right back with a wrister from Alex Edler that's redirected by Adam Gaudette to make it 1-1. Fast forward another 30 seconds as Elias Pettersson comes flying in and sends it across to Tyler Toffoli, who buries it past Semyon Varlamov to make it 2-1. In the second, Anders Lee picked up a down-ice pass and sends it across the net to Anthony Beauvillier, but Thatcher Demko makes an amazing save. It's 4-3 Canucks in the third when Derek Brassard fires one at Demko, who makes the stop, but Brock Nelson is right there for the rebound to take it to overtime. After a scoreless OT, JT Miller sends it past Varlamov's glove to win it for Vancouver in the shootout. The final score was 5-4 Canucks, and Alex Edler was the story of the night as he recorded his 400th career point with his assist on the Nucks' first goal. In the victory, newly acquired forward Tyler Toffoli scored 2 points for the Nucks, while goalie Thatcher Demko had an unreal night with 45 saves. The win puts Vancouver 1 point behind the Calgary Flames in the Pacific with 78 and still have a game in hand as they make their push for a playoffs berth. The Calgary Hitmen unveiled their new specialty jerseys earlier today as part of a league-wide awareness promotion. On Sunday, March 15th, the Hitmen will don the specially designed jerseys against the Red Deer Rebels as part of the WHL Suits Up to promote organ donation awareness game. The inspiration came from Logan Belay, a victim of the Humboldt Broncos bus crash, who had signed his organ donor card only weeks before the tragedy and began a movement known as the Logan Belay Effect. Joyce Van Dwerzen, the executive director for the Kidney Foundation, spoke at the presentation about what being an organ donor can represent long term.
Gives them and families who've gone through that some comfort, knowing that their loved one has changed lives, has left a legacy beyond what they could imagine.
Specialty game is being featured across the entire Western Hockey League, and fans are able to do their part by bidding on the uniforms at elevateauctions.com, with all proceeds going to the Kindy Foundation. And that's a look at sports.
Well, those are today's top stories. After the break, we'll look into the positives and negatives of Chinooks here in Calgary. Stay tuned.
Hey, I'm Freddie the Ferret, and I'd like to sing a little song about my brothers and sisters. It's not just cats and dogs that need a home. There's furry little ferrets that are all alone that could use someone just like you. So check out ferrets.ca. Don't delay, we need a home today. That's ferrets.ca.
Come and learn the breaking world of broadcast news. Find your passion to investigate, write, shoot, edit, and deliver the stories of the day. SAIT's broadcast news program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in radio and television. Become the next great anchor, reporter, or personality using industry standard technology alongside qualified instructors with years of experience. This is broadcast news. Come and dare to be on air.
While most Calgarians seem to enjoy the warm temperatures that Chinook winds bring in, they do come with their set of challenges. Alex Cummings has more.
Ah, the Chinook. That wonderful time of year where the weather goes from this to this in a blink of an eye.
For many Calgarians, Chinooks require no explanation. But for those who are new to the city, they can come as quite the surprise.
I moved to Calgary. I thought we were getting like an early spring or something, and I was really excited. I got my hopes up and then realized that it doesn't last.
You know, I knew that Chinooks existed and I knew that they had something to do with the weather, but I never knew exactly what they were.
It's no wonder that even famous Hollywood actor Leonardo DiCaprio confused the Chinook for global warming while filming a movie in Alberta. So what exactly is a Chinook? According to the Canadian Encyclopedia, the Chinook originates from the native word meaning snow eater. It's when the warm, moist air moves from the Pacific Ocean and rises up over the Rocky Mountains, where it cools down and loses moisture. As the now dry air moves down the mountainside, it warms up and can lead to drastic changes in temperature and clothing. But with the sudden rise in temperature can also come some minor inconveniences.
Yeah, I mean, I get like a really dry throat.
Get a lot of the snow and ice melting on the roads that make it really messy.
However, it's a sacrifice that most people seem to be willing to make.
I like the random burst of warmness throughout the winter.
Well, I definitely like the warmer temperatures.
Hot and the cold, like, you know, I'll take it all day of the week. I'll just pop a lozenge.
For SAIT NewsFile, I'm Alex Cummings.
Oh my gosh, Charlie. Is there going to be a Chinook to save us this weekend?
I mean, unfortunately not. We're going to see some snowy conditions this weekend. Let's take a quick look at the 5-day, please. Tonight we can expect some mainly cloudy conditions with a low of -5 degrees. Tomorrow will be the best day of the week, a high of 1 degree and a low of -13, mainly sunny. Friday will be the biggest snowfall of the week and of the month, high of -13 and a low of -20. Saturday things will be starting to look up, and Sunday will be a nice high of -13, low of -15. So hopefully we can see some Chinook soon, but I don't think so yet, Jaden.
Darn it, not the news I was hoping for.
I know, it's a bummer. I grew up with it, so born and raised Calgary, that's just how it is.
Same, bro.
Thank you all so much for watching. You can catch us tomorrow at 4:30.